competition. Boy, I did it by myself. It's a solo mission.
Also, I can distract
I'm a fool.
Now, guys, if you enjoy my
Turn the
content,
whole
make sure
field
to
to a
hit the
school
subscribe button,
yard.
turn it
But
on
the students ain't eating around here.
smash
I'm
that
the
like
dope
button.
little man, and I made it loud and clear.
Any other
Gas
justice
on
are
them like
up to
I
you
put
for
the
something you
Cavalier.
can say over the
Show
top.
no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose
Let's
with
take a look at
this.
the heat here. So, guys, let's
Yeah,
start with
I'ma
running
act
back
a
going
fool
down.
with this.
He's going to be
I'ma
his
act a fool
responsibility
with
on
this.
defense.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
keep the running back
yeah.
heads
I'ma
up front
act a
to go
fool with
guard.
this. Okay.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Hey. Okay, how are you? I'm getting a lot of crap because of this 4-pack from Baltimore. FYI. Sales. Just basically asking who made the decision, which I mean we already know who made the decision. And they were asking what the plan is, and I was like, as soon as inventory is depleted, we'll be shorting the cases. So I just heads up, I have a feeling that they'll try and get it out of a different location.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Sorry, I got to back up. Just looking at it this way.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. It looks like it's like 347,000 cases annually. It's quite a bit of volume.
Off play action.
Between Dollar Tree and Family Dollar.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
I mean, I know we've talked about it several times, and we've been looking for options for a while, but I just never heard, like running orders. So.
He pulls it in. There he goes right side. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
I'm guessing what you want to see is, you have basically a neutral capacity, but you want to see what it costs,
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this one quickly to land. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, it just needs to be presented with the volume and how many stock transfers and all that stuff will come into play and the cost of it. So, I mean, we can put something like that together.
Yeah, we told Dan we would. I don't think that...
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jones. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Haskins. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again. Haskins. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good understanding of him.
Man, and he hits him in stride. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's Geis. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Well, let's listen in on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
I do hear the guy that his name is Brian. One thing from him is he okay if he's surrounded by other managers who understand doctrine. In other words, he has...
Throwing again, here's Haskins. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup of 38.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the problem with that is they're not letting us move any application. But what we can do is right now they're letting us like basically pull the allocation and move it into the next week. So if that is going to happen,
The story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense is playing thus far.
to bring them in.
They've yet to allow this offense to get on track in
I
this
guess
one.
maybe, I don't know, for Houston, we would have to shift him out somehow, out of Houston. Well, we'll move him for us to
Terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I can work on that. That shouldn't be an issue.
They go play action with Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
So Can's runs will be very, very tight. 28.2 million is what we'll get each week.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him
their
for a loss of a
allocation of
yard.
what they can pull by location, just given line, passing, all that stuff.
They go play action now.
For the entire
Haskins,
month.
they'll buy
So
some
let's just
time.
wait until we'll have 6.5 million and stuff, so we'll have to look up the
And he's going to get this down.
we have a plant like Salt Lake City that's on the specialty can,
Good for a
8 ounce or
first down
something,
pickup
and
of
they will
18
not be pulling their
yards.
12 ounce cans. Will allocate
After
their
one,
allocation
7-0
somewhere else.
on EA
Just
Sports.
like Detroit, I believe they'll be down. They'll be this month. Their cans will get allocated out to plants so they can have a little bit extra cans. But we are tight. We'll be tight again in February.
1st and 10, they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo
for the
package
entire
look.
month for February. It's only 5 million more than what we got this
Maybe
month.
a yard down to the 20.
So
Here's
we'll
2nd and 9,
continue
just a
to
yard on that
see
last run.
some
A gain of a yard.
touchness, just
Brings
kind
up
of
2nd
making
and
sure that
9.
we're scheduling production, based on orders, and
Now it's
we're
Haskins.
balancing out inventory is going to be very, very important. We can't run down, inventories and then, I guess kind of like things with those will build back up. We have to be really careful with that because, if we have orders for Barry and they keep a certain amount of inventory and we didn't accommodate that, we're kind of screwed. So we'll be watching that very closely with the plans. That's one reason why we're asking for rough plans for 8 weeks instead of 4 now, just to kind of get an understanding of what the plants are going to need. It doesn't have to be exact, just, an estimate of what they're going to be running, what packages each week. I think most of them are pretty consistent with when they run 16 ounce, when they run 16 ounce, all of that. another thing to keep in mind
first and goal
is
good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
We'll also be tight on specialty hands. Our 12-ounce plate and our 16-ounce clean caps also very, very low. I think I mentioned that last week. So with the Kirite, I did mention it to Joe this morning because I wasn't really concerned with Kirite promotions until now. Just looking at what the plans are ordering, given La Mirada, Columbus, Gainesville mostly, it's kind of where we'll see. Yeah, can you hear me?
What a stand this would be if they can get
so,
the stop here.
La Mirada, Gainesville, and Columbus would be my concern with Kirite. They had us cut over the weekend some of the Kirite and with the cans. We did that, and the cans still showed up from Cardinal, which makes no sense whatsoever. So we have a meeting with them this week. Jim's requested one because they're asking us to make these cuts. They're very low cuts. We want to make sure we get the proper message to Joe about promotions if we need to, evaluate them. So they're going to give us the cans, great. If they're not, we need to know. So that's kind of what's going on in the can world. I think we have some jackets.
With touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders.
They're saying that it's line time. I don't know. I think they're kind of BSing us a little bit. That's just my personal opinion. So we got to ask some more questions and find out what's going on because we were at about 35-40 million every single week. In November, December, and then all of a sudden, it's like, hey, well, actually, October, November, now you can have 25 to 30.
He's taken down right at the 20.
It's a huge drop. So, I need to find out, honestly. They're saying line time. I think it's something other than that.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something.
So I have made them aware of, we have clean out issues. We told them every single month in sales calls to do. That's why it's really important that we're getting the lead times that we need. 7 to 10 days on regular orders, 14 on variety pack, and 3 weeks on DRP. That can't be negotiated. And it can't be a thing of, I have these DRPs coming, tell me 3 weeks in advance. The orders have to be in the system. So we're really pushing that. I did send Tripp a note over the weekend again, just to kind of let him know, this has to be followed. So we'll reiterate it today on the sales call at 11, and then also, I know another thing that's going to get brought up is the new flavors, so we're going to start asking for PRFs for those and start determining when the sample runs will be done and what plants will be running the new flavors. So that will take into consideration the plans too.
Deep downfield from Lamb into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Yeah, I'm done.
Geis. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And this is called. Touchdown, Raiders. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, Right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for Arizona. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. This time Haskins will look to throw. Flushed out right. Throw there, it's intercepted. Picked up near the 42, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Birthday.
Jones throwing on 1st down. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Operating from the gun, Jones escaping the pressure right.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Cordero Patterson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. Remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
On play action, Haskins. Traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. They ran the clock, 2nd quarter. Why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. It's 3rd down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Now Haskins to throw it. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
And 3 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins off to Geis on the screen. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run with a former Bulldog. It's the rookie DeAndre Swift. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a run with Geis. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, other teams just go, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us, and sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And again, this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that lines up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins buying time to his left. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Off-play action. Jones. Able to hit his target Lamb. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Jefferson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
I don't know the number. I always pay him on.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Taken down back at the 42.
Play action. Haskins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd
and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
the Wildcat.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
Arizona.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's Jones. Throwing again. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker.
A gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
Jones throwing on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Patterson.
Cordero Patterson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. Again, he'll drop the throw. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here.
The score, Raiders 28, Cardinals 16.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So this one a victory for